We're a month into the new school year, and Florida's short about 4,000 teachers. Districts are becoming more aggressive and creative filling vacancies. In Lee County, leaders are bringing in teachers from across the globe. They're also trying to convince local professionals to try a new career in the classroom. Recently, WGCU's In Focus team had the opportunity to document that training process.
Don't be nervous. You have your tools.
It's easy to see why this group of 300 would be nervous. When we met them at Dunbar High, they were just days away from becoming Lee County's newest teachers.
Very scary. One of the issues I brought up was phones. You know, these kids live by their phones now, and I never had that when I was growing up.
Bill Dietrich is a former ceramics engineer who also worked in the golf industry. He'll now teach math to middle schoolers.
All right, so planning the Lee County way.
This week of intensive training covers everything from instructional strategies to technology. It's a world of change from Dietrich's own days in school.
I was nervous about teaching in a class because when I was there, it was just all rows. You kids are quiet. I talk. You shut up. You know. Now it's like, no, we want these kids involved.
A big reason for his career move, he'll be on the same schedule as his wife, and he'll avoid working in the Southwest Florida heat.
You know, when I worked for ceramic companies, I was teaching the people that worked in our plant what we do and why we have to make it this way. So I've been teaching, so that's what made me put that all together, like, hey, I could teach children, and I'll be indoors doing it, and I know I'm going to like it.
School districts need these career changers because fewer young people are pursuing education degrees. For the 2021-22 academic year, the state projected more than 9,000 teacher vacancies, while less than 2,500 people majored in and completed teacher education programs in Florida that year. Suzette Rivera leads recruitment efforts at Lee schools.
I hear all the time from students that say, you know, when we've gone recruiting, well, my parents said that I should maybe not, I want to teach, but they said I'm not going to make any money in teaching. In the public eye, it's been a profession that's been hurting a little bit.
About half of the people in this group are career changers, searching for new jobs that are a better fit for their personal dreams and professional goals. Jeremy Moore is excited about finding purpose in his new job teaching science.
I actually felt fulfillment in my last career too, getting to be a kids director in a kids ministry. That was exciting for me. I got to continue to elevate and lift them up.
He'll also be on a compatible schedule with his kids and wife. She's a teacher as well.
So being able to be together as a family on those spring breaks and those summer breaks is what is just a really, really cool opportunity.
Moore says he can see this being a lifetime career, and the district is trying to hang on to these teachers longer, combating the common struggle of teacher turnover with improved training and support. But in Florida, salaries aren't helping the cause. Teacher pay in the state ranks in the bottom 5 nationally. Dietrich says the pay could be better.
I don't think people realize what all goes into teaching, and the district here, they should be paid more.
The district says it's also found a reliable source of seasoned teachers and educators from overseas.
This has been a long time dream.
Lebeni Mensah will teach science. She was a curriculum leader at a school in Ghana.
I'm excited about everything.
Mensah has committed to teaching here for at least 3 years. She says she'd like to sign a second contract after that. This is an economic opportunity for her and her 2 sons.
This will be a financial help for me because we are being paid here in dollars.
The district recruited 50 international teachers last year. There are 30 more this year. Despite confidence in her ability to teach science, Mensah has concerns. There are cultural differences, and she's hoping she'll be able to communicate well with her students.
I'm most nervous about the classroom management. And then my accent. I've realized that I speak differently as compared to how the teachers I've met here speak. But then they understand me.
Despite all the nerves, all 3 teachers believe they have a lot to offer their students.
I've had 7 days of training, and I'm just dying to go. It's going to be fun.
So my thought was like a solar system all the way across.
Moore plans to be the goofy and fun science teacher, costumes and accents check, and he may even have an Einstein wig on standby.
So what I want to be known as in 20 years is the teacher who was a little bit crazy. I have already planned on ordering a lab coat for our investigation days and being a little bit weird, a little bit waggy. That is 100% my personality. So they will probably remember me.
I am sure they will remember him. Well, the leaders of Lee County Schools acknowledge they must do more to attract and keep qualified teachers. We sat down with Dr. Ken Savage, the interim superintendent of Lee County Schools, and Deputy Superintendent Dr. Jennifer Cupid McCoy to talk about these issues. We had the opportunity to meet 3 brand new teachers to the Lee County School District. One was an international teacher, one was a career changer, and one was sort of new in the process. So excited, but it's no secret, the Lee County School District, so many school districts are struggling to get enough teachers. Where are we in that process? And is the lack or the salaries still part of the big problem here?
First and foremost, yes, it's true that many districts around the whole country and in the state of Florida do have a pretty well-defined teacher shortage. The challenge for a district like ours is that, unlike so many districts in the country and in Florida even, we're a growing district. So not only do we have that shortage that others experience, but we also, on top of it, have significant growth as a district. Whereas some districts are closing schools, they're experiencing retraction of that need. You have other districts in the country that, it takes years for a job to come open, so people have to substitute in order to get their foot in the door. Whereas here, we need everyone. We need all of them. Every teacher we can have, we really need them. And so we look in a lot of different ways to get them here. So as you mentioned earlier, some of our international teachers, we've grown that program. We're trying to develop and enhance all of our pipelines, whether it's career changers, people who come through traditional colleges of education, whether it's apprentice programs where we're training people who've worked as educational paraprofessionals or folks who don't have yet all those degree requirements. There's so many different pathways for people to be able to join our system, but ultimately it's a significant issue because so many people are coming to Lee County. That's really what makes it that much more significant.
Parents hearing that, when they know that there's a lack of substitute teachers, for instance, when they are perhaps getting a first-time teacher or a substitute teacher taking over a classroom that their child is in, or maybe it's an international teacher, how do you reassure those parents who may have concerns about what the school year is going to be like?
It is important for us to convey what are the expectations within a particular building, right? Sometimes there are cultural differences, particularly when you think about international teachers. So what does education in the U.S. represent? In addition to that, whether it's an international teacher, a substitute teacher, or a brand new teacher, it could be an experienced teacher from a different state. That localized school-based onboarding of here's the professional learning that we will engage in, because if I equip you with the skills that are necessary, then you're in a much better position to support our students.
Dr. Savage, Dr. Cupid
Thank
McCoy,
you.
thank you for your time. Now, the Florida Department of Education says teacher vacancies are more than 13% lower this year than last. While the Florida Education Association acknowledges an improvement in teacher hires, the union is calling on lawmakers to increase funding by $2.5 billion a year for the next 7 years to raise teacher salaries.